School bell. Don't worry, I'm actually not late. I have 10 minutes before class, but good morning everyone. Welcome back to the school vlog. Hisashiburi. It's the first school vlog in a long time. It's the first vlog of the Akigaki of fall semester. This semester is a lot easier than last semester, so I only have half as many classes, and half of those are in English. So I wanted to challenge myself now that I have more freedom, and I decided I'm kind of trying to do this thing where I'm doing more Japanese things. Like I'm trying to be more involved on campus. I'm trying to do more stuff here and be more immersed in the college experience here. So one of those things I did was I decided to take a math class. It's technically a statistics, business modeling, simulation, game theory type class thing. But it's basically math. I have one class I'm going to now, and then I have math class, so I have to get ready. Today we're starting game theory, and I know about it, but I don't know how to actually execute it. So I know that today's class is going to be really rough. So I guess today I thought I would show you how I'm going to study to get ready for this type of thing. I thought that might be a good example. And along the vein of doing more Japanese things, I brought my lunch today. Someone gave me this. I've seen everyone drinking these before, but I've never actually had one. I ended up skipping lunch, or I skipped breakfast today by accident. I didn't have time. So I thought today might be a first time to get the real Japanese student experience and have like a Japanese energy pudding. What are these? Like energy jelly drinks. That says supposedly it's equivalent to one rice ball. We'll see about that. It's a little weird. It's like in little bits, so I was kind of freaked out by the texture, but it actually tastes pretty good. Great flavor. Not bad. First step to trying harder. Didn't taste so bad. Not so bad. It's a good start. So all I have to do is finish this, finish one class, eat lunch, get to math, don't fail. It'll be a great day. But yeah, nice. Let's go. Go and get lunch, but I thought before I do that I could tell you more about what I'm doing today. I just finished my first class now, and that was English, but like I was saying earlier, I'm trying to have more like authentic Japanese experiences here on campus. Like there are certain classes that you can tell that the foreign students tend to gravitate towards. For example, if they're taught in English or if they're on like familiar topics. One of the harder subjects within this department is like math and statistics. I know that like I avoided that all last semester, but this semester, now that I had time, I thought I would try. Which is why I'm taking this one class called Simulation Tokuron. I feel like this is more of a tangible skill and I really like that. However, as expected, it is very difficult. This is the third class that I've taken of this, and the first two, I have to tell you, were frightening. I was so scared because obviously it was in Japanese, obviously it had math, it had formulas. People who were in this class already had a statistics background, or they already had like a mathematical background. I took calculus, I took statistics, but I took those many years ago in high school in my junior year. Now I'm doing math again, and I'm like, did I forget everything? I was freaking out because I didn't believe I could do it, and I didn't believe I could do it in Japanese, and I broke down. I don't think I've had this problem before, but I was literally like crying. I called Boomer at like 3 a.m. and I was just like, I can't do this anymore. And he was like, calm down, I can help you through it, because he's like a statistics whiz. But it kind of like brought this lesson to mind. A lot of you have been asking how I study. I'm going to explain more in detail about how I study in a different video, but I thought today I just kind of like I thought this was like a really good real world example to show you guys. I used to do this when I was first learning Japanese in high school, in college, and then now that I'm back in grad school, I found this really helps. There are kind of like two main keys I think really helps. The first step is preparation. It sounds so cheesy, but seriously. He gave us the reading and the homework for the next class. For the second time around, what I did was I read this beforehand. I didn't try to understand it all. but I just read over it, not even in detail, but just read through it and circled things I knew I was going to be confused about, or circled things I knew I would need to pay more attention to, so that in class when he went over it, I was all ears, I was all ready. The first time you hear something, it's very surface level, but I find that if you hear something twice, you're like, oh, I recognize that, I'm familiar with that, you kind of feel better about it, and you start absorbing it better. So like first time surface level, the second time absorption. If in class it's that second time and you can actually absorb the information, you can start processing it. You can start, if something still confuses you, you can ask the teacher at that point. If you just glance at the homework beforehand, or if you just glance at the lesson, or just the topic before you get to class, you're not going to be like shocked and like frozen trying to understand, and you can actually start absorbing. The issue with that is that now today we have a new thing. We're starting a new theory called game theory, and he didn't give us anything. I don't have any handouts, so I can't really prepare. I can't like do a first read over. So what I'm going to do instead is the second thing I like to do, which is anticipate. I don't know exactly what he's going to say, but I have a pretty good idea. He said it's game theory, and he said we're using computers. And we've been using a lot of Excel. So right now I have about half an hour left for lunch. I'm gonna get my lunch, and I'm going to Google game theory and read the Wikipedia page. I'm just gonna glance at the first paragraph of the Wikipedia page so that the words he uses to describe game theory, or the vocabulary and the formulas he might use in Excel, I want to see them before he mentions them. Like, if I know the words and vocabulary that he's going to use, I can actually understand what he's going to say. But if I don't even know the words he's going to use, I'm just going to be like this. So today I can't prepare like I did last time, but I can anticipate. So I'm going to use these like last 20 minutes or so to anticipate hopefully some of the words he might use when he describes this game theory program, and hope it goes okay, and hopefully not have another breakdown and not end up crying. But yeah, wish me luck. Okay. So this is it. It's time for me to go to class. Wish me luck, and I'll see you guys on the other side. See you tonight. Fast forward really quick, but I finished class, then went to work, then got back, and now it's almost 9 p.m. So I'm just class. But I'm starting to think that like no matter what I do, there's always going to be obviously an element of the unknown. So the funniest thing happened. It was like an impromptu culture shock that I was not ready for today. That kind of knocked me off guard. I've never been to the computer lab before. And the teacher was like, oh, you're first here. Welcome. Please sit at this desk. But can you like not walk in the computer lab in your shoes, please? And I was like, wait, what? You're supposed to take your shoes off in the computer lab. What? I've never heard of this before. So the teacher was like, can you like go and back outside and change into slippers? But yeah, apparently back in the day when like computers were these big like whole room units and they were really expensive, they didn't want any extra dirt or dust or anything possibly damaging getting anywhere near them. So as part of trying to keep it clean in like the Japanese way, they would just always wear slippers in the computer room. And even though now it's just like PC normal computers, it's not really that important anymore, but that culture just kind of like stuck. So I guess like computer labs get slippers. We did this like modeling thing where we had to, it was like a game where we were 3 different companies fighting to get like a market share of whatever. And there's like supply and demand and all these formulas, and you're like live filling in numbers as you're watching like the numbers change. And basically I drove my fake company straight into the ground, bleeding cash, and it never got better. I learned this word this week that I just absolutely loved called terekakushi. Tereteru tokoro o kakusu koto. You're hiding that you're nervous about something. It's like when you awkwardly laugh to hide that you're embarrassed or you don't know what's going on, or when you're like trying to play that you know what's going on, or like when you like make jokes when you're feeling awkward, or like whenever you like do the opposite and act weird because you're trying to hide that deep down you're like embarrassed and out of place. That is like the theme of this class for me. It's just like terekakushi. He's like, Loretta, ちゃんと経営していますかと言われてしていますよ。それが私の照れ隠しっていう感じだったかな。Oh, and another thing, I found the coolest thing on the way home. I found this crazy thing, this like fractals veggie. It's called Romanesco, which is kind of like a blend between broccoli and cauliflower. They're like perfect math fractals, so it's literally like a math vegetable. Try getting like a teenager to eat this, but maybe eating this will help raise my math skills. Who knows? Maybe this vegetable is the key, the answer to all of my problems with this class. There's no meaning. The math means nothing. We've been betrayed. Oh my gosh, I'm a mess. You guys probably tell I've been binging Stranger Things. Anyways, it's actually 9 p.m. and I'm starving, so I'm gonna get some food going, maybe get some brain food going. Let's make some dinner real quick. Ta-da! Fractal salad! It's math, guys! That looks pretty bomb. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm really hoping that this little bite is going to make everything okay. Itadakimasu. Ow. With every bite, I get a little bit closer to math. So I wanted to share a couple things I got in the mail. They're very American-looking postcards. This one's from Judith. Oh, okay. This one's from Isabella. Isabella! And Isabella! I feel like if my brothers watch this, they're gonna know why I really like that name. Oh, you're studying Japanese has inspired me to keep studying Spanish. Thanks for being an inspiration. Thanks, Judith! I need to study Spanish probably at some point. Wow, that's so sweet. Apparently Isabella is also learning Korean and Spanish. She says, arigatou gozaimashita. Kochira koso. Thank you, Isabella. I can't believe you guys send letters. Thank you. This is what makes like studying okay. I also got this package from My Bungu Box, which is like amazing, adorable Japanese stationery that I can use for this new fall semester, so I'm really excited to open that up. So let's see what we have in here. Ooh. The first thing we have is these Remo Pencils. They're super cute. So this is like a lead pencil, but then when you sharpen it, you get like little rainbows out of it. Then we have these Sky Sticky Page Markers. Oh, these are so cute. It's like post-it note material, but you can mark your page in a book. Ta-da! Oh, and it matches this. Hi. Look at the little details on your little planes. Flying in the clouds. I'm so excited about this one. Chiyo Kirigami, which means it's like cut paper. Oh, wow. This doesn't even feel like paper. It feels like a cloth almost. You can do like origami with this, and I bet you it would be really pretty. Oh my gosh, what? I've never seen origami paper like this before. Look at this. This is so pretty. Oh wow. Okay, what is this? Look, oh, these are beautiful. Wow. Write a note to someone on this shiny, beautiful shell paper. The next thing we have, bird paper clips. Oh, a whole family of little birds. Make sure we never lose the page. Comes in these different colors too, white and yellow. Okay, and then this you probably recognize. I've been using this in my calendar to mark like really important days. These are little like sticky triangles that you can stick onto anything. For example, ta-da! This would probably be really good for decorating too. Decorating different things around the house. And then last but not least, we have Japanese washi tape. It's a type of adhesive tape, but it's made with like Japanese paper. Ta-da! But you can use it for like scrapbooking or in your notebooks or anything like that. So this is like really pretty tape. So that's all the fun stationery that I got in this Bungu box. So thank you to My Bungu Box for sending those samples. If you would like to order, subscribe to a different box. I think there's about 10 left of this specific one, but there are other ones that you can order as well. I'll leave the link below along with the discount. Yeah. You'll probably see the stationery like through all of my school vlogs because they're so cute. So one last thing, one last question for you guys. Have you ever had trouble with like a certain school subject before, specifically math? What are the tips that helped you get through a certain hard class? Let me know in a comment below, and I will see you guys next time around.